Oh boy. Hoo-wee. You guys are kind of far away. Let me move you up a little closer, y'all. Ah, boy. That's a little better. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. A little program note, couple things. I kind of screwed up today because I've had people who love I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none, but a jack of all trades is a master of just one. It's better than the master of just one, as the whole saying goes. I've got a lot of stuff I've been doing in the workshop, getting stuff out to you channel members and things like that, and orders and stuff. And some people like watching that stuff. So I have my Jobu's Day Job channel, and I thought I was live streaming working in the shop, but I ended up putting it on my regular channel, which is, I've screwed that one up. So if you like seeing the woodworking and stuff, or you have questions about that, subscribe to that channel so that way I can answer your questions, do a video about it. You know, some people want to know about different tools that I have and so on, or how you do this and how you do that and stuff, and I would love to be able to answer your questions. Also, too, my wife and her friends are getting back into keto, and so I'm doing more keto cooking for them. In fact, I need to get into keto and see if there's a way that I can do keto 6 days a week and just have football Sundays cheat day. So I need to. I've gone crazy. I'll be the first to admit it. I've ate so much junk and stuff, and with Halloween coming up, there's all kinds of candy coming around. Halloween candy. Oh my God. Okay, but anyway, be that as it may, if you like or need to understand the recipes and things that we do, check out Cooking and Tailgating with Jobu. I actually cooked dinner tonight live, which was like a shrimp zucchini pasta that was completely keto. I'll be getting ready, of course, for game day tomorrow. We'll be doing actually a giant Reuben sub tomorrow, Sunday, and so on. So if you want to know how I do the different subs, we're doing a different sub a week and so on. So definitely subscribe to that channel. Whoo, Lordy. I'm going to ignore you Eagle fans because you guys, y'all crazy. Y'all just plain straight up crazy, okay? I do understand that's damn bet. I've worn the hat 2 days for a video. Understand the way this thing works is I have to do one video a day that I don't say anything bad about the Eagles. That's it. That's the only stipulations. Doesn't say where I have to do it, how long I have to do it, whatever. I did one today out at the fish pond. I did one last night here at my fireside chat, which to me was almost sacrilegious because this is my personal space, me being thankful for having the day and reflecting on what I need to do tomorrow to be a better person and sharing with you guys. And then I had to taint it with some Eagle shit. But see, I'm not wearing a hat. I can talk about you guys. I can talk about you. And speaking of talking about you, I didn't even think about this though. Here's what's funny. As the Eagles are pounding their chest, we are God's gift to the NFL. We're so great. We beat the Cowboys. But you know what's funny? I didn't realize this till tonight. But you beat our backup quarterback. And the last time you beat the Cowboys was with Ben DiNucci. So it's true. The Eagles are Cowboy killers of their backup quarterbacks. That's right. You guys are the best at playing our Cowboys backup quarterbacks. I got to give it to you guys. I got to give it to you. Great at playing our backup quarterbacks, but you still have to face Dak Prescott. But be that as it may, for the Cowboys won't be making any trades. Let's be clear here. The Cowboys look at it and say, why are we going to trade for somebody? Look at how that worked out for Russell Wilson. People believe Russell Wilson was a game changer and a difference maker. They traded for him. They also traded for Randy Gregory. And right now, it's not doing good things for him. It's not. Russell Wilson is terrible. Randy Gregory's injured. Cowboys, bargain basement shopping. Their guys are paying off. Dante Fowler has more sacks than Randy Gregory. Cooper Rush has more wins than Russell Wilson. Go figure on that one. In fact, here's a funny one. Last night, Andy Dalton had more TD passes to Cardinal players than Kyler Murray. How about that one? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so we've got that situation. And so the Cowboys are not going to go ahead and give up draft picks to go get somebody, because you look at this team that's built by their draft picks. It's built by their draft picks. They're not going to give up draft picks. I still believe, now, and maybe it'll work out this year for the 49ers, but I think they got fleeced. I think it was too much for a running back that's got 7 years on him, that's been injured 2 of the last 3 seasons. I just do. That's just me. I thought we got on board in saying that drafting a running back early in the draft is, a mistake. That, you don't pay running backs. Well, you're not only going to pay the running back, you gave up a lot of draft capital to get him. But hey, time will tell if that works out. But the Cowboys look at this and say, we don't need free agents. We're going to get Terrell Basham back. That's another player that we can have on the defensive line. We're going to get Jason Peters on the field at some point. That's another free agent that we have. We're going to get Tyron Smith maybe 4 or 5 weeks down the road back on the field too. That's another premier player. James Washington, he's getting close. He's going to be coming through and join the team. And then there's Damone Clark. Stephen Jones is getting excited about talking about Damone Clark. And he believes that Damone Clark will play for the Cowboys this season. And he believes that he's going to be playing. He said in what capacity, they don't know just yet, but he should be playing. But they're excited about what they're seeing on the field. And it may be that he starts out mainly on special teams and stuff. But the thing on the Cowboys defense that's almost insane is going into the season, we looked at the team and we said between Leighton Vander Esch, we looked at this, right? We were looking at, for a while, Luke Gifford being penciled in as a starter because we were so thin. And you looked at that and you said, basically, the only guys that had experience were Leighton Vander Esch and Micah Parsons. And we weren't sure what we were going to get from Jabril Cox. We still haven't gotten a lot from Jabril Cox, partially because you end up getting Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr's played really, really well. And so you ended up getting guys that we did not anticipate when training camp started being on the field. And a lot of them have actually played better. And so you look at it from the standpoint of saying you've got a Jabril Cox who can't get on the field, and now you're going to have a Damone Clark. A Damone Clark who was an incredible player who, had he not been injured, should have been at least a second-round draft pick and a possible first-round pick. And you've got that guy. If nothing else, this bodes well for the future of the Cowboys. Ultimately, you're going to lose players. Players are going to get older. They're going to get slower. They're going to get injured. And you want to be able to bring in another player that's young and cheap to be able to take those positions. And if Damone Clark is anything near what his potential was, as well as Jabril Cox, then you've got the next generation, maybe next year or the year after, that will be able to take on. Because ultimately, if you can have guys that can learn before they're thrown and thrust into the field, they're going to be better players when they do start. The learning curve won't be as big. And this is a good thing. And looking at this from the standpoint of the places that we had weaknesses, we looked at it and we said, wide receiver is going to be a problem. Well, we've already got Michael Gallup back, even though the 8-month window was actually November from when he had surgery. And so you looked at that and say, we actually are ahead of the curve with Michael Gallup. CeeDee Lamb is kind of up and down on the season. I'm still wondering with CeeDee Lamb. I honestly think that he's more Robin and we need a Batman. But you look at this and say, with Noah Brown that's there, we're going to be able to add a James Washington who can be another interchangeable piece to go in there. Hopefully Jalen Tolbert will be able to start coming on and understand that when we had Michael Gallup, the first half of Michael Gallup's rookie year wasn't really good. He came on later in the second half of the season after we got Amari Cooper. So these are things that you understand, that you look forward to, and hopefully down the road, these guys are going to be guys that are in your system, that are learning your system, and going to be players going forward. And this is where you have to look at it and say, you got receivers that are coming to fill in that weakness. You potentially have a Jason Peters and a Tyron Smith coming to help on the offensive line. You potentially have a Terrell Basham coming on the defensive line, and potentially you have a Damone Clark also helping out your linebacking core. That's a lot of players that can really help. Sad thing is that means you're going to have to get rid of some of the other players that you currently have. But, that's the nature of the beast of football. It's a tough business to be in. It's constantly turning over. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. I'm a little tired, as you can see, with me yawning. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies. And remember, tell the people you love them, because you might not get the chance again. I love you guys. God willing, I'll see you all in the morning. Got a lot to do. Got to get ready, get the big sub and everything ready for Sunday. And got work in the workshop to do. But I'm thankful and blessed that I do have things to do. See you guys soon.